Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh and welcome to my top 10 mod packs of 2024 video. Now I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to premise this with the fact that these are packs that I personally have played this year. So there's probably a couple of packs that deserve to be on a top 10 list for mod packs of this year that I just didn't get around to playing. So apologies if your favorite pack is not on this list. Now, I'm going to start with my least favorite of the year, and then I'll progressively get up to my most favorite of the year. So we're going to start with Vault Hunters 3. Now, I've decided that Vault Hunters is a pack that is not meant for me. Now, by that, I mean, I'm not really a person that's into combat. I don't really like games that force you to do combat when that's not the main aspect of the game, if you know what I mean. I've always seen Minecraft as like a building and, you know, resource gathering sort of pack. So, and the combat is sort of a side thing that they added later on, if you know what I mean. So that's my view on it. I played it back when there wasn't any like zombies or anything in the game. So when it was just creative and it was just building stuff. And now I really enjoy automation. So I've decided this game is not for me. And the thing that I found was that the keybinds was a little bit confusing. So you had to bind it yourself. I think if they bound like some of the abilities to some keys like straight away, so you had to go in and like bind it yourself. So if you wanted to do the heal on G, for example, you had to go do that yourself. I think if they'd have put those keybinds in for me and I just learnt those keybinds, I think that would have been way better. But yeah, I got myself all in a muddle because I was playing other packs at the time and I'd end up trying to press a button from my other pack and exploding myself, for example. So yeah, this is my opinion as well, by the way. I should have put that out there, that this is just my opinion. I know lots of people out there love Vault Hunters. So yeah, I know there was some controversy with one of the devs or something with Vault Hunters as well recently. But I'm not really going to go into that. I just thought I'd mention it. The other thing was it was a little bit repetitive, I found. Now, you have to go into the vault every single time. And to be fair, it did get less repetitive when you get past a certain level. Because you get different types of vaults. And it's kind of fun, actually, those different types of vaults. So I will say I love the concept. Kind of reminds me of Borderlands, like trying to find a vault and then, you know, when you're in the vault, there's like some wacky stuff that happens. So from what I remember from Borderlands, that's been a while since I played that, but yeah. I've written down on all of these if I would come back and play them again. And I've attempted Vault Hunters about 3 times now and I just can't get into it. So I'm going to put it on the I won't be playing this game again shelf. Now, coming in at number 9 is funny because it is All the Mods 9 Reloaded. Now, I made a series this year. Technically, it was last year, but like I still played it into the new year. So in January, I was playing All the Mods 9 Reloaded. All that meant was it was a multiplayer series of All the Mods 9. Now, the reason it's so low on this list, or so high on this list, whatever you want to say, the reason why it's like one of my least favorites is nothing to do with the pack. There's a few bits that were to do with the pack, to be fair, but it's nothing to do with it specifically, let's say. The whole point with that was I was supposed to be playing with like a couple of people, and we were all going to be like making bases together and stuff, and maybe talking throughout the videos. And we just had so many scheduling conflicts that we couldn't get together and actually play. So it just felt really like awkward. And yeah, I do kind of want to do a little bit more of playing with others, if you know what I mean. So we'd be playing with a couple of other people maybe soon. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel for that. I think that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, the multiplayer aspect of it was kind of weird because you have to be not selfish. It sounds like counterintuitive right there, but you have to play with lag in mind. And I don't think everyone on the server in that sort of time back in the day, I think everyone now is absolutely amazing on the Pilpoh server. But back in the day, I don't think everyone really thought about, oh, is this going to lag the server out? So because of that, we had a lot of instances of us having to run around and like tidy up everyone's accidents that they did, which caused a lot of lag on the server. I also accidentally killed everybody on the server at one point. That was kind of funny, to be fair. I didn't get it on camera, unfortunately. I was trying to teleport everyone to me, so then I could take a screenshot and we do a little selfie together. And unfortunately, I pressed the wrong button, and when I pressed tab, it sort of brought everything in the whole world to me that was loaded. So we had all of the withers that people had in their bases. We had every fish in the ocean got teleported to me. All of the like skeletons, zombies, anything that was there got TP'd to me. Including all of the players, and everyone exploded and got killed. Or a load of people /homed like really quickly to get out of there. There's lots of lag, lots of cleanup. Yeah, that was very awkward. So that sort of tainted my view of the series a little bit. Another thing that really annoyed me, I'd say, about All the Mods 9 when I was playing multiplayer is a lot of things changed. Now, I expect that with all the mods, right? You expect things to change, but it was quite late into the pack. I think, like, All the Mods 10 was sort of in the works at the time, and they were still changing, like, heavy bits of All the Mods 9, which is actually really cool if you think about it, but in my opinion, it completely changed the pack. So, yeah. I've got it written down here as well that I won't be going back to All the Mods 9. I actually had a comment recently asking me, when am I going back to play All the Mods 9? And personally, I think All the Mods 10's out now. And why would you go back and play All the Mods 9 if All the Mod 10 is out, right? It's like playing... I've never played FIFA in my life, but it's like playing FIFA 2022 when 2023 is out or something, right? That's just how I see it. I know that's not how it actually is. All the Mods 9 is a complete pack, but so is All the Mods 10 now. So why would I go back? Kind of like asking me why I haven't gone back to play All the Mods 7, for example, or All the Mods 6 or something like that. And that's because, well, the pack's outdated now and there's like a better version of it, or a newer version, let's say. Not a better version, but a newer version on the latest version of Minecraft. So, yeah, I'm not going to be going back to All the Mods 9 Reloaded. So, there it is. Number 9 on my list was All the Mods 9. So, number 8 on my list is actually a pack that I really enjoyed, and that is More the Odds. Now, I believe this was made by Ollie, who made the All the Mods 9 to the Skies pack. So, really, really fun pack to play, the More the Odds pack. It's random. That's all I've got to say about it, really. It's basically all of the mods that aren't in all the mods, if you know what I mean. So, like, I know they kind of refuse to put Cyclic in an All the Mods pack. Not sure why, but that meant that it was in More the Odds. There's, like, Chance Cubes. Oh, a one that was really interesting was Relics. So, Relics was added to More the Odds. And I think it, like, turned out to be so good that they added it into the main pack, into all the mods. So, yeah, it was actually kind of fun because it was a sort of testing ground for all of these different mods that you wouldn't normally play in an All the Mods pack. So, yeah, I will say there was a really annoying mod that was added, and it was like the guy from another dimension or something. I can't remember the name of it now, but he used to just chase you around, and he would just turn up. He'd be loud as heck, and then he'd just like chase you around and try and kill you. And it's like, okay, cool. Thanks for that. Why are you so loud? Just don't be loud, and I'd be okay with that if you just turned up every so often. But yeah, other than that, really enjoyed it. I think the Chance Cubes added a weird layer of like randomness to the pack. So yeah, that was fun. I died an absolute ton of times, and that seemed to be something that you guys enjoyed. I didn't really enjoy it that much, but I think you guys kind of liked watching me get absolutely destroyed by all of these huge, like, zombie things. It was brilliant. But yeah, I'm going to put this one at number 8 on the list. So next up on the list, we've got all the mods Gravitas 2. Now, what more can you want? Terraformacraft, GregTech, like, so good. I will say, I think I preferred the first Gravitas. I did do 64 episodes on the first Gravitas and thoroughly enjoyed it. I played it on stream to begin with as well. Oh, it was just so good. I had to restart and everything because it was just an awful start. But Gravitas 2, I don't know what happened, if I'm honest. I think the grind was just too much for me. Now, I'm not afraid of saying that something can be too grindy, because I feel like it was a little bit grindy. There's the Terraformacraft grind, which I do enjoy up until a certain point. Now, there's a point in Gravitas 1 where you can get a flux compressor, I think it's called. And you can just chuck all of your like ores and stuff in that. And it will give you like the raw versions of things, which you can then smelt up. And that way you can completely skip all of the Terraformacraft like smelting things you have to do. And I love the fact that you could do it like that. So you basically had to get yourself to a point where you can skip the grind. And I never felt like I got to that point in Gravitas. Now, I don't know if it was probably, you know, that guy that's like mining and then he stops just before he hits diamonds and there's someone else that's mining above him. I'll try and get the picture and put it up on screen. But I felt like maybe it was that where I'd stopped and I was just about to get to the point where I can automate things with GregTech. But I still feel like there was several 100 hours before I got to that point. Maybe there was less than that. If you want to talk to people about Gravitas, then we've got Cthulhu Monster. They're one of the admins on my Discord. If you talk to them about it, they are still doing content in all the mods Gravitas 2. So, yeah. And I think they're still cracking away at it. So, yeah, go and have a look. But personally, I did plan on going back to it. I actually did have a plan, but that plan has come to an end now. So recently, they've added guns to the pack, and maybe it was needed for the pack, but personally, I don't really like using guns or really, you know, discussing guns at all. In Minecraft, at least, they're kind of more for other games, for example, but personally, I don't really believe in the use of guns. It's like a whole belief thing, so yeah, and I don't really like discussing it, if I'm honest. But it's my personal view on things. I'm British, so we don't really have guns out here. And I'm in the countryside. So technically we should, because all farmers have guns and stuff. But for me, personally, I don't really like guns. So that actually made me put it back on the I won't be coming back to this shelf, unfortunately. But I really like Terraformacraft and I like GregTech. So yeah, it would be the perfect pack for me. But the grind was too much. And I won't be coming back to it. So next up on the list is one I had to do homework for whilst I was actually playing the pack. So Uncharted Expeditions is the pack that I'm talking about. I'd never played Bumblezone before I played this pack. And for someone that is like obsessed with bees all the time, right? It's weird that I have never played with the Bumblezone. But this pack made me play it. It's so good. Genuinely so good. I'm actually kind of confused why more people didn't play Uncharted Expeditions. It had so much going for it. It had Alex's Caves. It had like a custom like portal building thing. All of the quests were absolutely amazing. I think it was made by Generic B, who did something with the Hermitcraft people. I'm not really up on my this is the homework I had to do because I had no idea what Hermitcraft was, if I'm honest, because it's too vanilla for me. I don't really watch anything that isn't modded. So yeah, I never really got into Hermitcraft back in the day. But yeah, Generic B made the pack and was one of the founding members or something of Hermitcraft. I loved the fact that you had to use Create for power. I also, this is going to be a bit controversial right now. I like the fact that there was no AE involved. It had refined storage. Now, I don't think I could play a pack without either one or the other. Or both. But it just felt nice that there was no AE, so I could not feel guilty about playing with refined storage, because you kind of do if you're a content creator for long enough. I love AE now, genuinely do love AE, and I will use it whenever I can now, I think, from now on. But yeah, it was nice to just like chill basically and play with some refined storage for a bit. Not that I did much with it. It actually had Tom's better storage or simple storage or something like that, which was really interesting because you could use it as like a wireless storage. It was just really good. I just really enjoyed it. So yeah, I probably won't be coming back to Uncharted Expeditions either. I made a bit of a mistake, which was I put the pack down when I was on episode 31, and then I finished it again about a month and a bit later in episode 32. So I probably should have just finished the series and then moved on. But I kind of had it in the back of my head that I would come back and finish it. I thought there'd be more episodes that I'd have to make, but I finished it in 32 episodes, so half a stack is not too bad. But really enjoyed it. There was like a little bit of a portal sort of vault thing as well that went along with it, which was like a Vault Hunter's Light, which let you get like tin and all of the ores from thermal expansion, so you can make thermal expansion. So it was just really fun. I really enjoyed it. So hats off to Generic B. You made a cracking mod pack right there. And it would be higher up on my list, but wow, we've got a bunch of other mod packs that I want to cover that you'll understand why it's not higher up. So unfortunate, it would be at one of the top of my list if it wasn't for these other ones. So Uncharted Expeditions is number 6 on the list right there. So at number 5, we've got All the Mods 9 to the Skies. Now this was a massive pack when it came out. It was just everyone was playing it. I think Captain Sparkles even came and played it. It was so good. And it had a fantastic set of like quests and stuff on launch day, which is kind of rare for an All the Mods pack. It was really, really well put together. So hats off to Ollie and the team for this one. But yeah, it was a fun pack to play. I felt like it's one of those Skyblock packs that actually felt like a Skyblock, not like a pack that was just put together and then like, oh, should we make it a Skyblock? It was actually felt like a Skyblock. Now, this was, I think, the finale in the series of Skyblocks. I know that Ollie was thinking about making a All the Mods 10 to the Skies, but then scrap that idea. There was barely any reliance on mystical agriculture because of the sifting mechanic that you get in a Skyblock. And you guys know, if you've been with the channel for a while, that I'm not a massive fan of mystical, and a lot of these kitchen sink packs rely on it a little bit too much, or at least people seem to rely on it too much in kitchen sink packs, and I just find it boring. I've done about 1 million different farms for mystical agriculture, so I always try and explore other alternatives before I go mystical. And I like the fact that All the Mods 9 to the Skies didn't have that reliance. Also, Draconic Evolution came back. That was just insane that we managed to get that back, and we had to go kill the Chaos Guardian. It's actually insane the amount of people that got to that point. Now, usually people will give up like quite early on in a pack, but it was great to see all of the comments asking, you know, how to do it. And I actually made an epilogue sort of guide after Draconic Evo got added to the pack, because I'd finished at that point, but I had my ATM star. And I think All the Mods 9 to the Skies is one of the packs that I didn't bother getting the B in, but maybe I should have. It also had Create because it was still All the Mods 9. Whereas, you know, the later packs don't seem to have Create because Create's not been updated yet. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, I think I've done everything I wanted in All the Mods 9 to the Skies. So I won't be coming back to this pack either. So coming in at number 4 is Mods Not Included. Now, none of you have heard of this. Okay, a few of you might have heard of it because you've been with the channel for ages, but what Mods Not Included is my attempt. So it's a pack made by me, Pilpoh, but it's my attempt at making a iterative pack. So I've been playing like all the mods 10 and all the mods 9. I played them from the beginning when they had like no mods in them, basically. It was just the name was all the mods 9, for example. And then every other day, it seemed I got an update with a new mod added to the pack, and I really enjoyed that. So that gave me the idea to every in-game day add a new mod. And what I would do is at the end of every episode, I would release the mod or the mod pack on CurseForge. They had a massive fit at me because I called it Mods Not Included as the pack name. But you can still find it, I think, on CurseForge. I did stop after a while because at the time, I think I didn't have many subs. And because of that, no one really watched because it's not like something that they would be actively playing. I think I might come back to this later on. I think when I get a few more, people watching and willing to play along with me. Maybe even we do a server version of it. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, once I get a few more people there, I think I might revisit the idea for the series. But yeah, or if there's something where I can like lock mods behind a certain quest or something, that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I've had loads of ideas about it, and I'm just going to put it on the back burner for now. But it's still there in the back of my head. So this is one of those rare occasions where I say I might come back to this. Now, number 3 on my list, so my third favorite pack of the year, is going to be All the Mods 9 No Frills, funny enough. I actually really enjoyed No Frills. Out of all of the packs this year, No Frills has been one of my favorites because it was complete. Now, this sounds a bit daft considering I just said that I really liked the fact that All the Mods 9 wasn't complete and I was playing it along, and it gave me the idea for like Mods Not Included and all of that. It sounds a bit silly for me to say, well, I finally got a complete pack, but that's how it feels sometimes, that I was playing All the Mods 9 No Frills and I was like, oh, this pack is done. This feels really nice. I have a completed pack. That was the pack that didn't have Greg Tech in it as well, so I didn't feel obliged to do a ton of Greg Tech. I also just took it as chill as I could. So in that respect, I meant that I used refined storage and I didn't really think about it too much. I just sat back and yeah. And then, I don't know, it was just one of those packs that it felt really nice to just play. It didn't lag at all. I could use shaders. Oh, it's brilliant. So yeah, I'm going to put that one at my number 3 slot. Again, I'm not going to come back to All the Mods 9 No Frills because, well, my next thing on the list is out. So number 2 on my list is All the Mods 10, of course. But this one is multiplayer. So with the release of, I think it was version 1 of All the Mods 10, I did set up a multiplayer server and I used a company called Apex Hosting. You can find a link to that in the description of this video. Absolutely fantastic company, and I'm now sponsored by them as well, which is ridiculously cool. My first ever sponsor, so kind of proud that I got one. But yeah, they helped us set up a server, and we're on like the best server you can right now, and it can happily run with 30 people online. And yeah, it was just really fun to start playing All the Mods 10 when I had all this knowledge from playing my single player, and I decided, let's make a multiplayer server. It did kind of happen around the time I got hacked, so that was kind of confusing because yeah, the Discord got deleted and stuff, so that was a bit of a pain. But I learned so much from playing on a server. You have to play completely differently from a single player playthrough because, well, you've got to think about other people on the server. You've got to think, is this going to lag the entire server? Because it's not just about me at that point. I can't actually just go ahead and say I'm going to use pipes everywhere because they're really easy to make. By the way, pipes is one of our pet peeves on the server. They really wreck servers. So if you are playing on a server, just don't use pipes. use anything else, please. But yeah, I learned like so much about Applied Energistics because of the multiplayer server. Applied Energistics is now one of my favorite mods. And I was a Refined Storage boy before, so yeah. I had to use AE because it was the least laggy solution for the entire server. So you'll notice in my All the Mods 10 multiplayer series that I use it like a lot. I use it everywhere. I used it for some modern industrialization as well, and that was really fun. I will say Refined Storage isn't in the pack, so we couldn't use Refined Storage, but I don't think I would have used it anyway, especially not on a server. So there's that to think about. I finished off some unfinished business as well from my single player. So I managed to get the Quantum Sword. I didn't actually go for the ATM star, which is kind of a weird experience playing on All the Mods pack without going for the ATM star. But I really enjoyed it, if I'm honest. It was really fun to actually like focus on building a little bit. We built ourselves a really cool looking base, in my opinion, from one of my favorite games of all time, Red Alert. So yeah, I won't be coming back to the multiplayer other than, yeah, we will be doing a server tour for it, but some of the people on the server are ridiculous. They are just so clever. Honestly, they're really good at building, and they're really, really good at like setting up automations in such a clean way. Like, I've actually learned so much from everyone. It's been amazing. So thank you to everyone that's been playing on the server. Thank you to Apex as well for setting the server up. You guys have been amazing. Thank you to my admin staff as well, because you guys, like, I would have been an absolute wreck if it wasn't for my admin staff. They sorted the server out so many times because we found that there was a couple of mods that were not behaving correctly, let's say. And we have been reporting all of these things to the ATM team. And the ATM team has been implementing things. Thank you to us, which is really, really nice to see. So yeah, All the Mods 10 multiplayer is my second favorite thing that I've done this year. Now, you can all guess what my favorite pack of the year is, and I'm currently stood right in it. So yeah, this is me. Hello. I'm sat in All the Mods 10 right here. So my number one pick for 2024 is still All the Mods 10. Now, I have got what, like 100 and nearly 200 episodes altogether, if you include my multiplayer series as well in All the Mods 10. I will say that multiplayer plays completely different to single player because, well, as I said when I was talking about multiplayer, in single player you can be really selfish because it's not being selfish in single player. It's weird, right? We can do all of these big old lag machines like I've got behind me over here, and it's absolutely fine because the only person that's lagging out is me. And if it gets too bad, I can go and turn stuff off. And that's what I would do, right? So, yeah. I've really enjoyed it. We've got, like, some mine colonies behind me right here. I am not even finished with this mine colony. But I am because I'm not going to be playing the save anymore. You can get access to this save, by the way, on my Discord. So, there's an area in there with all of my world downloads. I just love watching them, like, run around and, you know, do their chores. Like, I am the mayor of this place, which is really fun. So really love mine colonies. When this got added, it was like one of the first things I wanted to do. And yeah, we played a lot of mine colonies in this series, so really fun. I learned quite a bit about mine colonies as well because you're not supposed to use the exact same theme for everything, so which I did not know. But yeah, it's been really, really good. The really nice thing about All the Mods 10, in my opinion, is there's not that option of playing with Refined Storage. So you're forced into playing some Applied Energistics. And in my opinion, that is really good because Applied Energistics is really difficult to get your head around. But when you've got your head around it, it's so powerful. Now, I remember back in the day thinking, well, Refined Storage and Applied Energistics are the same thing. And they're definitely not. There's some coding choices that the Applied Energistics people went with, which just made it amazing. And I will say that add-ons that people have made are so good. So we've got like the advanced AE. We've got, I want to say Sion. I want to say something like that. I'm so bad at pronouncing people's names. I'm so sorry. But the dev for the advanced AE like set of stuff is just, they've been smashing it. Extended AE as well. They've just been like cracking it out as well. Really good. I had a guide yesterday on extended AE, and I had a guide for AE2 on Christmas. That's how much I love AE2 now. So yeah, you guys have been smashing it. We've also got applied flux, which I didn't even think about until someone kept telling me. I think it was Pravin told me that I had to keep, well, I had to go and do it, and I did it, and I love it now. It's so good. There's no flux networks, which is actually confusing for me because I've only ever really played a kitchen sink pack with some sort of mod that allows you to instantly transfer infinite power. So using applied flux works like that. You can transfer infinite power just easy enough by your network, right? So yeah, that was a really fun way to sort of work around that issue. I'm still waiting on Seal networks, so Mr. Seal. I know that there was that one library mod which we weren't allowed to use, but yeah, I'm still hopeful that that will be added at some point. It looks so good. But yeah, I think this pack has just been an absolute dream to play. We've got the first sort of pack with Just Dire Things, and my goodness, has Just Dire Things got so much stuff in it. Like, we've got the time one now, we've got, you know, the swappers, we've got the block breakers. It's got everything that we want, basically. You could probably, at this point, play a pack with Just Dire stuff, and it'd be a really good pack. Because you got, like, what, building gadgets, you've got mining gadgets, charging gadgets, you got Just Dire Things. I'm sure there's, like, a couple of other ones that I'm missing, but it's so cool that I think the Dire team, the people that make all of the Direwolf 20 mods, are just really good. And 1.21.1 has been their time to shine, genuinely. So hats off to you guys. One of the big things that happened whilst I was playing my All the Mods 10 was I got hacked, and that felt so bad. But I'm really glad that you guys have like sort of stuck around, and yeah, it's been an interesting couple of months, let's just say that. So I've been playing All the Mods 10 now for about 6 months, I think. And I'm still going to be playing it into the new year as well. Now, just in case you've forgotten, I'm going to quickly just say what the order was again for each of these. So starting at number 10, we've got Vault Hunters 3. Number 9, we've got All the Mods 9 Reloaded, which was my multiplayer series on All the Mods 9. Number 8, we've got More the Odds, which was the random one. We've got number 7 for ATM Gravitas 2, which was the Terra Firma Craft and Greg Tech one. We've got number 6 as Uncharted Expeditions. That was the one made by Generic B. Number 5 is All the Mods 9 To the Skies, made by Ollie, and loads of people played that. It was awesome. Number 4, we've got Mods Not Included, which was made by me. We got All the Mods 9 No Frills at number 3, which was super chill. Love that pack. Number 2, we've got All the Mods 10 Multiplayer. That has been super, super fun past few months. And then finally, we've got All the Mods 10 Single Player, where you can be as selfish as you want. You can run around, make lag machines. It's all good. So yeah, that's the order that I put them in. What order would you guys have put them in? Let me know in the comments of this video. Lovely. So I hope you guys have a lovely 2025 and that you've already had a lovely 2024. Fingers crossed that this next year brings us some more lovely mod packs for us to play. This year has been absolutely stacked with some bangers, honestly. So yeah, let me call it here for today. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you next year. Bye.